Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. As always, Sunday evenings to set your week for the next week, we have Srikumar Kannan sharing his thoughts on what Modi and Annamalai in particular in Tamil Nadu need to be doing to get back to where they started from and to grow the party to the next level. A lot of work to be done and a lot of distractions, I'm afraid. We're going to be talking about all these things. A small request to all of you. We are still not very sure if you are getting our notifications. So kindly like this video. You always know Srikumar gives out a standout performance. So let's welcome our guest of the evening, Srikumar Kannan. Srikumar ji, namaskar, Jai Shri Ram. How are you?
Namaskar, sir. Jai Shri Ram. I am well, sir. How about you?
I'm doing so well that I'm looking forward to spending the next hour with you, and then a full slate of things to do for me, even though it's a Sunday. I mean, I've worked very, very hard in the last few years, but it has given me a lot of pleasure because I know when somebody walks up to me, whether it is a public place or airport or wherever, that they like watching my videos. And the one thing that many of you say, guys, I have to say this thing, that you express the thought we have. So somewhere along the line, we are doing something right, Srikumarji, and I'm sure when people start seeing you now that you're becoming a celebrity yourself, people will tell you this same kind of a mindset that you express our thought. So we are going to say a few things that you need to understand, Modi team as well as Annamalai team. Don't curse us because we are your well-wishers. At the same time, somewhere that link has been disconnected. You're trying to reconnect back. Over to you. I will not disturb after this.
Thank you, sir. And regarding the celebrity mention you made, that I am no longer a celebrity, I am an ordinary person. And if I am recognized it because of the PGurus platform and the PGurus viewers, and thanks to you all. So regarding the topic, what I plan to speak is, specifically after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, what is the mindset of the BJP, its leaders and its cadres and its voters? So, and particularly we concentrate on Tamil Nadu also. So this is the major topic I wanted to cover. And as Mr. Sree Iyer mentioned, I wanted to reflect the thoughts of many of the BJP supporters or the BJP voters, whoever they are, and what their expectations are, because some of them may be openly tell, some may not be able to do that. So I become in a way of echoing or reflecting their thoughts. So especially after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, I personally feel that though the government has been formed, the mindset of the BJP leaders have not yet got convinced about this victories margins and also the numbers. They are not coming to a reconciled position because of whatever reasons, is obvious reasons. And now I personally feel, especially after the budget, which is scheduled to be tabled on 23rd of July, then only slowly the government start functioning, because the various departments will be apportioned with the budgetary support, and after that the government will get rolling out. And regarding the party, so how they are going to perform in the upcoming assembly elections, especially in the Maharashtra, Jharkhand and Haryana elections, and afterwards the Delhi elections, that is going to fix the direction of the government, whether it is going to be it is going to be in the very much in the saddle, or it is going to get weaker day by day after that. Because one good thing what I can feel is they have at least put some election in charges well in advance, though, because the results were out on June 4th and we are now on July 7th. So some days before, the in charges of Kashmir, Haryana and Jharkhand as well as Maharashtra were made. They were appointed. So we need to think that the BJP still has not lost its hope. It still wants to be in saddle. We need to see how it goes. Specifically, there is some issues relating to Tamil Nadu, because we know that the incumbent Tamil Nadu DMK government is is facing lot of anti-incumbency in almost all fields, be it in law and order problem, be it in economics, or be it in social welfare schemes, be it infrastructure, whatever it is. But still the opposition are not able to capitalize on it, especially the BJP. So I would like that topic also to be discussed today. Yes, sir.
One thing that strikes my mind is you look at how Karnataka, Mr. Sunil Kanugolu, he inspired them to say pay CM, one word. Instead of pay TM, pay CM. I said that BJP is so corrupt that they are charging 40% bribe. Today, I'm hearing that Karnataka is at 50%. So people got a zero balance debit card saying that was 5,000. They seem to have forgotten that. They are just getting some freebies in terms of women getting free buses and bus rides and things like that. And this way, what they are not understanding is 50% bribe to get anything done at any level in the government. And it is true of Tamil Nadu also. Now, people will say, sir, whether it is ADMK or DMK, we have to pay so much money. Well, why isn't the BJP catching on to this? Why I'm saying this is, they appear to be doing that just before the elections or leading up to the elections. They went after 4 or 5 ministers. The ED raids happened. They proved that sand mining was illegally being done, and the government was actually hiding the income that it should have got, and in turn, the GST that it should have paid. These are all serious economic crimes. And why was it even stopped because of elections? Did they stop illegally quarrying sand? No. So if that is not stopped, why did they not do this? Somewhere along the line, BJP has this start, stop activity, and I just don't buy it, because people are wise. They understand that for some things you have to do it for election's sake, but the other things, if you just drop the ball, like the way they have dropped the ball in the sand mining case, and there are many other cases. And there was the DMK files that Annamalai released. Why isn't Annamalai talking about them? Why isn't Annamalai talking about G Square? You go to any city, any highway across the state, guys, there is always G Square. These G Square guys have so much information that they appear to be able to know when somebody is going to put his or her land in the market. What I'm trying to say is, supposing there's an octogenarian, 85-year-old man, not doing so well in health, but he owns like 30 acres in some place. They know, they are saying this is going to come up soon. The extent of that detail, DMK and ADMK have the data. So this is something that we knew before, and we have said this thing, and yet somewhere I'm seeing some disconnect in, like, should Annamalai go to study in Oxford, or should he not? It's not even a question. I don't know who told Annamalai to say that, I got selected. You're 39 years old. You don't need to study anymore. You should be teaching. Get into that mode. You should be teaching people, not studying anymore. You don't need to. I'm just being, very nicely, I'm telling Annamalai. I've never met him in person. I've spoken to him a couple of times because we tried to do an interview, but time didn't permit and we couldn't do it at the end. My point I'm personally doing is 50% corruption. That means if there is a value of, say, 100 rupees for a particular thing to be done at any government level, they expect a bribe of 50%, 50 rupees. Common man is getting hit this bad. The only thing the common man consoles himself is, I need to get this thing done because there is a sense of dharmic thing, or I need to, otherwise I'll get into some other problem later. So that is what is forcing them to pay this thing. So when you have so much rank corruption, why is it not being taken out? And you think DMK and ADMK is going to sit quiet, knowing that there are 89 assembly constituencies or 83 assembly constituencies where you are strong? That's where the maximum rigging will happen again. That's where the maximum people will be taken out of voter rolls. What have you done? What have, election commission, what is the election commission doing? Why aren't people asking questions? This is BJP's government. BJP should be reviewing election commission progress. Why isn't there a joint parliamentary committee headed by BJP? Now that BJP is still the coalition, why don't you go and audit the accounts? Across India, people have complained that they are not finding their names. You cannot say you should be vigilant, you should have known, and you should have checked. I say BS. They did not do it before. They found their voting name. This time somebody has interfered in a negative way. So you have not done your job. Don't expect others to say that they have to do their job. For example, 1 year ago they passed a law to link Aadhaar card with voter card. Why did they not enforce it? People, I stuck my neck out, Srikumar, and I told our viewers, please do this thing. This is the process, and so on and so forth. Many people came back and said that this is not working. And I explained that also back to the government. Look, this linking process software, there is some flaws in it. If it doesn't work flawlessly the first time, people are not going to go back there. So somewhere there are people who are putting up blocks at the lower levels for the BJP government. This could be bureaucracy. I mean, if you find somebody doing something wrong, why are you instantly not dismissing that person? What do you have so much? Why do you need all these corrupt IAS officers or any government officer, for example? If you catch them doing the crime, instant dismissal. Don't even give them recourse to the court to go and plead their case. There are ways you can dismiss. They will not get anything. I think that fear of being caught has to be struck, and they need to. This is now a month since they took oath as at the center. They still haven't renewed that sand mining case. I thought this was going along the lines of what happened in Aam Aadmi Party and the liquor license, because this is that serious. That's why I'm saying that. So somewhere along the line, I don't understand why BJP does this start-stop, and they will never come down and explain anything. You sit in your high horse and then you start doing this. Oh my God, I didn't get 400 seats. Why would you get 400 seats? Over to you.
Sir, actually, when you are mentioning about what happened in Karnataka elections in 2023, see, there is a unique way of Congress doing its politics. See, we people are from outside the politics, we can able to sense what the parties are doing. So Congress targets one state at a time, and it enforces its full energy into it. Take, for example, in 2017, 2018, for the matter of fact, when it concentrated on Gujarat. So the Congress game plan was, when Modi came into power in 2014, he was winning state after state. It started from Haryana, actually. Haryana, then Maharashtra, then Jharkhand. Then it had its good performance in Kashmir. Though it slipped in Bihar and Delhi, later it got a government in Assam, later in UP, Uttarakhand, Manipur, Goa, so on and so forth. But Congress concentrated on only one state, which was Gujarat. So what was the game plan of Congress during that time? So BJP may be winning state after state, but its game plan was to defeat Modi in his own backyard, that is in Gujarat. So you saw how was the performance of Congress in 2017 elections. BJP had to sweat it out to snatch the state back. So that was the strategy of the Congress during that time. Later, it had the same strategy later in another state. For example, it had it in Himachal Pradesh. So the freebie culture, though you can name out Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh, they mainly fell due to anti-incumbency of the BJP governments, rather than Congress attempting anything on it. But when it came to Himachal Pradesh, so Congress developed the new idea of the freebie culture, that each state we will bring out one idea of selling the narrative. It was one rank, one pension. It was the world pension scheme in Himachal Pradesh. It clicked in Himachal Pradesh, but they tried the same thing in a different way in Assam. that the giving freebies to the tea garden people, but it didn't work there. They tried in Tripura also, like old pension scheme for the government teachers and government workers there, but that did it also worked well in Tripura. Because only Tripura Mota got the maximum number of seats, not the Congress and the communist parties. Then they turned their attention towards Karnataka, because Karnataka was a low-hanging fruit for Congress at that time, during 2023. So they came out that new idea of Paytm, PCM, something like that. So it is a unique, selling point of Sunil, who is a strategist of Congress, that he builds up a narrative and he maximizes it. With the level of, the time and again, the narrative runs fast and very quick, and it doesn't give any time for the BJP to react. Before that, it goes on like anything. And the same thing they adopted for the Lok Sabha elections also. The BJP, on the other hand, instead of, even now in Karnataka, they could have got it back. So what is the position of, you told us Paytm, PCM, what is the present situation now? Does anybody in Karnataka BJP is doing that? I don't think so. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, so when Annamalai came, people had a very high hope on him, because he is a person who resigned his service, who came into public life, and he has opted a party like BJP, which the BJP was also, yearning for long. That a person from outside come and instead of banking on the existing leaders, let us have a new blood, new person with the new ideas, and let that person be given the full freedom and autonomy, and he can take the party forward. And he tried in his way, I should say. He had his own way of communication and public contact programs. But the real challenge here is these type of things are, only the attacking the politics in the upper crust. What is the real strength of BJP is it needs more and more support in the ground level, the booth level. That is actually missing. That's what I feel. The booth management was inefficient in Tamil Nadu. When the identification of seats also, they could have done it much earlier. They dragged it to the last moment, and that was pretty bad when it comes to the seat distribution and the identification of candidates. All those things actually are taking the BJP to the lowest level. And coming to the pointing out of the inefficiencies of the incumbent government, see, one or two press releases or a posturing of agitation will not help the party to grow. BJP has a wide range of issues to be taken up. It has a wide range of issues to be discussed. On the other hand, it has a very big distance to go, very big distance to cover, because it's still a growing party in Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu, going by the political dynamics, it has a lot of opportunity. At the same time, it has a lot of challenges also. But Tamil Nadu BJP, especially Annamalai, has not realized that. That's what I feel. Politics is a full-time job. And you want to study, okay, it is well and good. It's your own area of interest. But 6 months is a long time. And if you give a gap of 6 months, especially when the elections are scheduled around after some 1.5 years, and you cannot cover the gap after such a long time. And we know the electoral efficiency of the DMK. It has a very strong electoral visionary. It has a narrative in its support. It has the ecosystem in its support. It has an alliance, strong alliance, and it has a ground level leaders. And BJP, which is having a high ambition of giving a good performance in the state, how they are going to manage such a efficient party like DMK when it comes to the state politics? There is no answer for that. And I still remember Annamalai was mentioning that I am going to groom about 100 young new leaders. I don't think he has groomed even a couple of them. See, he has promoted a person called 𝗤𝗖𝗎 Shiva's son, Surya's son, 𝗤𝗖𝗎 Surya Shiva, I believe. And he was inducted into the party. Now he gets expelled from the party, and after getting expelled, he is creating more damages for the BJP. And instead of involving a number of people, educated as well as hardworking people, and even the people like village sarpanch level people who are much more dedicated towards the cause and also having good charismatic performance in their areas, respective areas. So many history sheeters were inducted, and they were given position also in the party. I wonder why comes history sheeters are given positions in the party, especially in Tamil Nadu. And when some offenses are happened and some links are made with such people, the office bearers of the party, it naturally drags down the image and credibility of the party. And with such an image, you cannot win the heart of the people. You can be a weak party, but you cannot become an party with lacking its integrity and credibility. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Srikumar. Some of the people are expressing their displeasure that we are going hammer and tongs at BJP. Supposing let's think of each of the viewers. Just think of yourself as a head of a family. You are the father. You are the one who works, who gets the money, and you have 3 children. 2 are good. They do what you tell you to do. They kind of understand where you are coming from. 1 kid is not listening. Okay, but the kid is very smart. In fact, of the 3, that is the smartest kid. But that kid is not listening. He is hearing what you are saying. He is not listening. But you also know when he wants to, he can listen extremely well and do course correction. That is the situation that we are in. If we are saying all these things, we know BJP will course correct, but they need to understand where all the small things that are getting missed out are. I know for a fact that in Tamil Nadu BJP, there are lots of bruised egos. Almost half the party wanted to be with BJP, with ADMK. But when ADMK parted company, it became easy for Annamalai to say, look, they went, we didn't say to go. So then but this group that was for ADMK, these are the ones who want to ride the numbers. What they did not do, that's where the internal confabulations have to have taken place, where they should have been told, okay, we were in 2021 numbers that could have been easily shared with these people. The simple takeaway there was BJP votes transfer to ADMK wherever ADMK is contesting. Vice versa did not happen. Those people went and voted for DMK. And this is only possible if the leadership said, don't vote for BJP, vote for DMK. This is the lie that EPS could not. This is the lie that EPS could not answer to Amit Shah. It was told to his face, this is what you did. Because EPS actively worked to defeat Annamalai in Aravakurchi. And I bet you my bottom dollar, because I'm sitting in US, he did the same thing in Coimbatore also. These are half-baked, half-boiled, half-intellectual politicians. Who is EPS? Ask yourself, yours. Who is this guy? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This is how 𝗤𝙭 𝗍𝗃 speak. I want somebody who will say, if I say sit, he will sit. If I say stand, he will stand. If I say jump, he will ask how high. The same yardstick that Jayalalitha used for OPS. So beyond that, OPS, EPS, these are all people who are not leadership material. So, but the ADMK party has been completely cannibalized now. So all these things have to be told to the rank and file in BJP who are still saying that we will get that numerical bounce if we go with ADMK. This is the correct call, 100% correct call, and BJP should move forward on its own. Don't even think about ADMK, or continue with what you have done. Make sure PMK starts doing a little bit more work towards cohesively. It is my belief. Srikumar, you are the numbers guy, correct me. I believe that PMK was given most seats where they were strong. And wherever they were in numbers, but they were not contesting, I believe that vote got transferred to BJP. I could be right, I could be wrong. You tell me, sir. So this coalition has been built with 2026 in mind, and it can yield dividends, but some work needs to be done. Why we are saying this is, viewers, you are not, don't get offended, don't shoot the messenger. They made sure that those places where BJP was strong is where the maximum hanky-panky happened. You understand this? They have done the maximum hanky-panky in these places, because the two are very clear. They don't want to give space to a third party. The same thing happened in Kerala also, left front and right front, or left front and non-left front, let's say. How did BJP win in Thrissur? Somebody needs to do the research. Somewhere somebody was decisive to say that this is the person who best represents this constituency, and that's how he won. And even Attingal, very, very close, only 16,000 votes. It could have gone either way. So why I'm saying all this is, exactly. Thiruvananthapuram also on 16,000 votes. 16,000 votes. So a little bit more push, a little bit less, little bit more clarity. Why did, how long does it take to take one trip to Manipur and come back for the Prime Minister? Because they use that effectively in many churches also. They said Manipur is a Christian versus Hindu problem. And BJP did not do anything other than Savio coming and telling me and a few other places, right? It did not really get disseminated amongst the Christian population who wanted to vote for BJP that this is not an Hindu-Christian issue. You should have gone to every church and explained. I don't know. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. Whatever it is, these are all things we are telling because this student is sharp. This student listens only sometimes. We are hoping that he is listening now. Over to you. That's all I wanted to say. So let's go back to seeing what are the things that they need to fix. And I'll let you ponder about this 2-3 points, and then we can take questions from our viewers.
Yes, because what I also personally feel is, we as an individuals, we cannot play the opposition's role. Opposition role in Tamil Nadu has to be done by the parties. And if we feel that, yes, there is some genuinity in their approach, we will be saying that, yes, the party is genuine in its approach. If it is not, we will say it is not genuine. That's what an individual can do. The individual's role is not to oppose any government or not to support any government. It is only to reflect what the opinion is. But the opposition should not be in deep slumber. See, Tamil Nadu, what's the real problem is, if there are multiple occasions, be it in law and order, or so many occasions during the course of elections or after elections or the recent incidents, whatever you are seeing, it is giving, ample opportunity for the opposition to highlight the government's plight in front of the people, but they are not doing so. Think of a situation, if the same BJP or ADMK is in government and DMK is in opposition, what could be the reaction? It will not lose any single opportunity, to pin the government down. It even had one, I still remember, one private well of a person that his child unfortunately fell and passed away. It was a private borewell. So it was in his garden and in his house, and that happened. So for that, the full ecosystem, when Edappadi was the chief minister at the time, ADMK government was at that time, they all pinned that responsibility on Edappadi, saying that because of the government failure, it happened. It is a private property, it is a private borewell, and it was the parents' carelessness. Because of it, unfortunately, the child passed away. But they made it in such a way, and it made the people of the ruling party also apologetic. They go and dole out financial assistance to the parents. So that makes them more and more, vibrant in front of the media and saying that, yes, I don't want this, I want more compensation. So these type of things, even for BJP, one for education minister, who says that I am not here to even change any comma or full stop of the textbooks, for which you are not there. People have voted for you to do some work. And you are saying that we are not going to change any comma or full stop in any of the books. So what is the purpose of an education minister there? And so many things have happened. See, for example, they will bring out some laws. Take, for example, cow protection, or freeing the temples from the government's hold in Karnataka. It will happen only just on an eve of an election. What were you doing for 4.5 to 5 years? And when it comes to the Congress government, they will not waste even a single day to reverse whatever decisions or orders passed by the BJP government. Within a single week, they will reverse everything and they will put their agenda in place in their government. But when it comes to the BJP government, they will hesitate a lot to not only forget about controversial or be it whatever in the eyes of journalists or whatever it is, a controversial one. Even genuine things they hesitate to do. And this gives the more ammunition or more, the sense of bravado for the opposition, especially the Congress, that the BJP is not the natural party of governance. So the BJP now, it's high time for the BJP. Now they are going to rule the state country for more than 10 years. Now it is going to, if they are going to complete a 15 years, that is a very big stint. First period, okay, forget about Modi 1.0 because they have to settle down. Modi 2.0, lot could have been done. So at least Modi 3.0, they should get their act together because they don't have time. And even in 2024, with the highest level of confidence, they were not able to get the majority on their own. Think about 2029 when the party goes for a mandate from the people, want to seek the mandate from the people. What will be the expectation of the people at that time? So government, particularly party, should keep those things in mind, and they should come out with take the voters or the people into confidence. Yes, they really matter, and yes, they wanted to do these things, and they have to be decisive, and they wanted to complete. Unless you communicate, it cannot go well with the people, because people are here because so many ecosystem are there to disturb the communication. And when the government is not coming out with a clarity in its communication, you can't blame the public for their lack of understanding. If you are not communicating, how can the public can be blamed for that purpose? That they are confused, the opposition confused them. Why not you give them a clarity? So, as Mr. Sree Iyer said, we can only hold the mirror in front of the government and ask them what they are required to do. It is for them to do or not choose to do.
Thank you so much, Srikumar. Let's take a few questions now.
Yeah.
Toxic Indian wants to know what's happening in Andhra Pradesh. Is Revanth really miffed with INC top brass, or is it a clever ploy by DK Srikumar to get Gandhi's attention on his CM aspirations? He went and met Chandrababu Naidu. They are trying to resolve some hard issues, is the type. But he's actually a mentee of Chandrababu Naidu. Revanth Reddy is a mentee of Chandrababu Naidu. And both are involved together in a cash for vote scam. I mean, if somebody actually, if the government really acts on it, both will go to jail. Over to you.
No, actually, I should say that when KCR was in as a chief minister in Telangana, he didn't had a proper communication with the Andhra Pradesh government. So that was a long time that both the states were, especially after the bifurcation. So now, if it is for a governance issue, it's good that both the chief ministers speak and they try to resolve some long pending issues or whatever it may be. fortunately speaking, when the two people are being a politicians and chief minister, sitting chief minister, they will speak politics on it. But it's good that they both speak after a long time, because being in a country like India, where there are multiple states and each state involving in others, uh, the area of interest. So, and especially Telangana being a part of Andhra Pradesh once upon a time, but you cannot go away from any dialogues or discussions. So it's good that Revanth Reddy and Chandrababu Naidu meet, and hope that both the states prosper in this regard.
Next one, please. Venkatraman wants to know, and in ANI podcast, Tejasvi Surya mentioned that water in Mother Cauvery depends on catchment areas in Chikmanglur. Bangalore is having decent rains, yet water is scarce. What is happening?
So there is a civic problem which needs to be addressed. The real problem here is, see, all know, be it Bangalore or be it Chennai or be it any other place, the lake beds were occupied by the real estate people. Now huge apartments have come in, and now the drainage have been completely collapsed because of that reason. So on one side you are occupying all the water bodies, so that when the rain comes, it comes into the low-lying areas. On the other hand, there is no effective drainage system. And also the effective utilization of the missionaries in the place of men to clean up all those drainages and to make the city more cleaner and to utilize the wastages, because you cannot go on dump the wastages. There was one place, I have to get that name. All the wastages of Bangalore used to be dumped in that particular place, and the people used to complain. So why should we take all the wastages of the city, so that they get all the diseases and other epidemics? So it all depends upon an effective civic system, that there only the role of mayors and the local bodies comes into effect. For the city, the mayors and the local body representatives are given more power only for this purpose. Unfortunately, they are not doing that. So for one civic issue, the civic issues are seen as making of money rather than attending to these long-term problems. I also share the same agony what you are saying.
Next one, please. NN wants to know, sir, all state parties are corrupt. Taking action on one will implicate all. They are all friends behind scenes. Hence the inaction. BJP should focus on Hindu vote consolidation and RSS for now. Thoughts?
I agree with that, but there are some parties in the states. The way the states parties prosper, we should understand. Because being the national party is an advantage and also some disadvantages. So forget about Hindi heartland and other areas. There are some states where which is different from the Hindi heartland politics. State, for example, the states in southern part of India, or Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala, or in the eastern part like Bengal, Assam. So their languages and the unique culture dominates. But the national party, they fail to represent those unique culture and their states uniqueness. So there the state parties comes into picture. They decide more quickly regarding the requirement of the states. So there they get the attention of the public of the particular state. So there only the national party like BJP should concentrate that they need more representatives of the particular state who reflect the sentiments of that particular state. If they sit in Delhi or wherever they are, and they cannot see the states with their own glasses. So of course national integration is a must. At the same time, the state sentiments are also need to be addressed. That is where the state parties score. So the national parties have to blend themselves in accordance with the state parties so as to get their attention. They can do it. For example, what the BJP did in Odisha. BJP made the historic victory in Odisha by blending themselves with the Odisha culture. Similarly, they did in Assam. in some of the part of Northeast. Take for example in Nagaland, in Tripura. So it is not that much difficult for the party. Only thing is the party has to encourage the state level parties. It should not become a monopolized, centralized party. It should have more decentralization. Then the party will grow. Yes.
Next one, please. Subramaniam Vishwanathan wants to know, do you think ADMK under EPS is acting to help DMK in 2026? In that case, what is the position of BJP?
Sir, not only now, it is happened in 2021 also. During 2021 election, ADMK, especially Edappadi, didn't wanted to win that election. There was one interview where I saw, where when he agreed with Mr. Annamalai, that it was the election of ADMK to win if they had a proper alliance in place. If they had taken TTV Dinakaran and could have accommodated 𝗣𝗚𝗂𝘁𝘀 and also Pudhiya Tamizhagam Krishnaswamy, and along with the existing PMK and BJP, and it could have made a rainbow coalition, they could have got around 20 seats more from the existing 75. They could have got around 95 to 100 seats. And touching 95 to 100 means what? DMK cannot have the majority on its own. It has to either rely on its allies to form the government. So such a situation was there in 2021 itself, but Edappadi did not wanted to do that. He wanted to have the control over of the party, and he wanted, even if DMK becomes a beneficiary of it, so be it. That was his mindset. And he continues the mindset even in 2024 Lok Sabha election, and he will do it in 2026 also. So you can very well, you will be seeing that the DMK will be in a very strong position in 2026, and ADMK will be struggling to get even the last election tally. They got around, if I'm not wrong, around 63 or 65 seats. 5 seats by PMK, 4 seats by BJP, and the rest by out of 71 by ADMK. So I don't think ADMK will get that much number of seats if the same situation continues in 2026.
Raj Balasubramanian wants to know, what special tactics are relevant in Dravidian rooted Tamil Nadu? Style of politicking, generic or specific? Are the past political style any relevance today? Changes in people's mentality?
It is a mixture of all, sir. Actually, there was a time when the lack of communication, when I was mentioning time and again, it takes us back to the year 1967. So when the Congress didn't communicate it properly regarding the lies of DMK at that time. So it was thinking that it was the one style of politics which the people will ignore, and the Congress style of politics people will accept. When DMK captured power in 1967, it has a strong propaganda machinery, and one by one they caught, either they will set the narrative and fine-tune the people accordingly, or they will catch the pulse of the people. See, be it a language issue, or be it the secularism issue, or be it the Sri Lankan issue, or be it the center versus state issue, be it the Cauvery water issue. So each time they will come up with one idea, and they build the narrative behind that idea, which will automatically prompt the people to opt for DMK, so that for that particular idea, I will be emotionally connected with that issue, and so that it will help that party. So that is their usual way of doing that. So what the opposition needs to do is they have to preempt the DMK on any issue, and they have to put the DMK on the reactive. Jayalalitha used to do it in certain point of time. So she did it in 2011. She did it in to some extent 2014 Lok Sabha elections. So where the DMK was caught unaware. But I can't say the same thing that Jayalalitha did in 2016. She, being an incumbent chief minister, she was relatively, I should say, she was weak enough, both physically as well as the party structure also. That is why her majority mark also bit came down. So For that, the opposition needs a clarity and a long-term strategy. Coming out and giving statements in each airports will not serve the purpose. They need a clear brainstorm. And regarding the people's mindset, I don't think that the people will ever vote for DMK. If they find a strong alternative, people doesn't hesitate to opt for the party. People of Tamil Nadu can be more or less, I'm not saying comparing an apple with an orange. The nearest example could be Bengal, where the people will vote for the ruling party, but when it comes to the real alternative, they don't hesitate to go for that party. But till that time, they go on, they live with that party, they travel with that party, they accept that party, they compromise with that party. So it happens. But we cannot say that it is an impossible task. It is possible, provided that there is a strategy in place.
Next one, please. Lucky Balaji wants to know, sir, please provide some update and current status on the 2G case, Dayanidhi Maran sand quarry case, Ponmudi case. Will Modi 3.0 ever take action?
I don't think so, sir. Honestly speaking, I am giving my thoughts in that. Because if anything happened to be done from the government side, because there are two things to be done. One on judicial side, another is from the government side. The government can at the best do what it can do. And the next is the judicial scrutiny. I don't think, after 10 years, what will prompt the BJP government to do that? Because if they could have done anything, for example, filing of, a reopening of the cases or quashing the, going for an appeal against the trial court verdict on 2G case, I think they have gone, but they have not enforced it, it seems, in the Delhi High Court. Or whatever it is, I don't think presently the BJP will be doing that. Only when they do that, the people will get some hope and even some faith on it. I agree with you, because during Modi 2.0, when it was a COVID time, there was an economic issue where there was policy decision could have been there were in loggerheads, and we don't know how the international community was behaving, but that doesn't stop the government in pursuing the cases. But they did so. Take the 10 years total period of Modi government. Have they made any convictions so far? Be it new cases is a different one. Taken the old cases to the logical conclusion. Have they done that? Only then we can get a clarity on that. I don't think these will take to the logical conclusions in the days to come. I don't think so.
Next one, please. Selva M wants to know, do you agree that BJP do not go forward for agitations as they have shortage of supporters at district or town level to participate?
It's not only the agitations that matters. See, a party has a lot of alternative methods to do that. Agitation is one such method. So they can go for educative sessions where they can educate a number of youths. They can go to the education institutions, or they can invite education institutions to go for open debates. They can pen letters, or they can go for media debates, and they stress on these issues, and take legal actions against, put legal cases against any of the improper things which are happening around, or helping the people on the ground with some whatever local issues they wanted to make. Take the central schemes also. How many people in Tamil Nadu BJP have taken the central schemes, office bearers, they have taken the central schemes to the public. They can open stalls, making that, these are the central schemes, so you can come and approach us so that we can register your names for that. So multiple opportunities are there. Agitations are a part of it, but agitations alone cannot grow a party. But I don't think whether these sort of a multi-pronged approach is there in the minds of the Tamil Nadu BJP.
Next one, please. Maithili RN wants to know, Sriji, is there anything important for Annamalai to go to Oxford? This is for you, Maithili. I'm sorry, for you, Srikumar.
If it is for his personal growth, I don't have any comment. But if you are going to Oxford to educate yourself, then you are going to have a long gap in politics. And if you are creating that gap and you are ceding that space to the others in your own party or the other opposition party, then it is for Annamalai to decide whether he is ready for it.
Next one, please. Thank you so much, Rajiv Pradhan, for becoming a YouTube member. And that brings us to a close of today's episode. Thank you so much, Srikumar Kannan. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And when you click on the bell button for notifications, do choose all. We are still trying to grapple our hands on how exactly do notifications go. We are not sure. Many of our programs come to you by way of notifications. However, our slate of guests does not change. 9 p.m. on Sundays is Srikumar. Srikumar also comes at 9:30 usually on Wednesdays in Hindi. So like this, every day of the week there is a guest who comes in. So you can automatically tune into YouTube channel of PGurus. You can find us there. So do encourage, I do encourage all of you to come just and watch what is on PGurus. You'll find something useful. Thank you once again, Srikumar. Namaskar.
Thank you for all that. I should say that PGurus is the open university. It accepts people of all walks of life and having different ideologies, different thought process. They are free to come to give their own opinions. They may agree or may not agree with the popular opinion. They may give some unpopular ideas also. But still, such type of open platform is very rare in YouTube. Apart from ideological affiliations are concerned, but this is one such rare opportunity, and I am very happy to the part of PGurus. Thank you, one and all. Jai Hind.
Namaskar.